Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 12th, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all energy, all negative energy from our body like storm clouds, letting ourselves feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Aries, December 12th, 2021, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. All right. So at the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Mystic and we have the Devil. So if we have Capricorn energy within our natal chart, this is going to come through very powerfully here at our root. But as the veil is being lifted from our eyes, we are facing a lot of things that have held us back in the past. We're really going to see our attitude changing towards it. Then we have the Hermit, which is wisdom coming forward, but this is also Virgo energy. And we have the Five of Wands. This is us being so used to battles. So if we have Virgo energy within our natal chart, that comes through very powerfully here within our inner selves. But there's also a sense of, as we turn inward, we're starting to see the battles. We're starting to see the chaos that has made up so much of our life for just way too long. It brings us to the Three of Pentacles, to the Five of Cups, and to the Nine of Wands. So the Three of Pentacles is us growing and building and creating what it is that we really want as we are changing our minds and changing our whole entire lives and learning to stand firm and strong in our beliefs, in what we desire, in the place that we need to be for us. It brings us to our public arena self. And this is the Ten of Cups, which I love, and the Six of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. It's our happiness, it's our joy, it's our connection. And the Six of Pentacles is finding balance within that. It's also finding balance within the way that we want to move forward within our lives, the giving and the taking. It's really starting to say, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need. And the 12th of December really does have us recreating, recentering ourselves, creating balance within our lives that hasn't been there. And we're going to see that very strongly in the public arena. So let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So this is the moon, and this is Pisces energy. So if we're born on the cusp with Pisces, this part of our personality can come out very strongly during this time. But we're also facing a lot of our fears, a lot of the things that have kept us held back, a lot of the things that have kept us doubting ourselves. And so this is going to be a time for us where we're looking at those fears, where we're looking at the chaos, we're looking at how the subconscious and the conscious aren't coming together. And we're saying, I need a new plan here. I need a realignment of myself and what I desire. We're also going to be looking at people who are fear mongers, who are going to try and amp up our fear, amp up our chaos, and we're going to be saying to them, no, no, I'm not doing this. Let's see our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is family. This is the root chakra. At our root is the family we were born into, the family that raised us, the family that we've created. There's a real sense of needing connection. And this is the holidays, so we need those people around us who we love, who we are connected with, and who we want to see move us forward. And this is also a time of appreciating and investing in meaningful relationships. So the 12 as an angel number, the 12th of December, has us really looking at our meaningful relationships, at what we want to invest our time in and what we don't want to invest our time in. And it's really looking at us and moving us forward. This angel number is really quite beautiful, and it's a beautiful way to have the last angel number of the year. So the angel number 1212 makes us ready to move forward. It reminds us to believe in ourselves and to recreate and to create balance within our lives. In the areas where the balance has become discord, we're recreating it. In the areas in our lives where we just never had that balance, we're starting to create it. We're starting to find that harmony, that place to move forward. We are also really starting to appreciate and invest in meaningful relationships, in connections. And we're going to start to call peace, to call serenity, to call focus into our lives and to keep it there. To say, I need this. I'm done with the battles. I'm done with the endless feeling like I have to always be on my guard. We're stepping out of our comfort zone and staying focused in our dreams. And our dreams are beginning to manifest within our lives because they have meaning, they have purpose. This is a time where we're lifting the veil from our eyes. We're lifting so much nonsense, so much chaos, and we're saying, no, I don't want you here. I don't appreciate this. I need to move forward in wisdom and in centering for me. The high priestess has us looking at what we truly desire and what we truly need. Not everybody else's malarkey, not everybody else's bull, not everybody else's excuses. We're starting to say, but this is what I want. We're going to call out ourselves during this time. Am I taking nonsense from people that I shouldn't be taking it from? Am I being honest and truthful with myself? Am I settling? Are there things in my life where I just feel so out of sorts that I need to break free, that I need to break loose? The high priestess has us looking within. And as we look within, we call out other people's nonsense. We call out other people's chaos. And we call into ourselves our own comfort, our own sense of worth, and we see ourselves with openness and with honesty. This is a time where we can decide to change a lot, where we can say, you know what, beginning 2022, or you know what, beginning now on the 12th of December, I am moving forward in a sense of stepping out of my comfort zone, in a sense of stepping into my life, of looking forward to what I desire, into creating and cultivating something extraordinary. And it brings us to the devil. It brings us to facing a lot of the fears that we have that hold us back, a lot of the chaos that keeps us from moving in the direction that we want to move in. We're calling it out and we're saying no more. The devil has us afraid. It has us afraid and it has us overwhelmed. And this is a time where we look at the chains that have bound us, the chains of society, the chains of the people who raised us, the chains of our own expectations for life and what we think success is supposed to be. And we say, you know what? This is me. And I get to walk in pride, I get to walk in peace with who I am and what I want in my existence and for myself. And it brings us to looking inward because we're done. We're done with being afraid, we're done with being overwhelmed, and it brings us to this place of wisdom, but it also brings us to this place of dreams, to this place of centering, to this place of seeing, to this place of understanding who we are, what we want, and what we desire to move forward in. It's no longer looking externally for everything. On the 12th of December, with this angel number really guiding us throughout the whole entire day, we're learning how to appreciate ourselves, we're learning how to move forward in our own truth, in what's right for us, and we're connecting more and more and more with who we want to be and where we want to be in our lives. It moves us to the 5 of Wands. It moves us to being done with the endless battles, because a lot of times inwardly we feel like we have these endless battles, this sense of just absolute chaos in our existence, this sense of I always have to fight to be heard, to be seen, this sense of, I have to fit in, or I'm supposed to be doing this, I'm X amount of years old. And what Spirit is saying here is, why? Why do I have to always be fighting? Why is it that I'm not breaking these chains? And we're going to also start calling out the fact that we might just be so used to having everything be a battle. We grew up in a battlefield. Our parents might not have gotten along. Our guardians might not have gotten along. Things might have always been chaotic and hurtful and stressful and hateful. And now we're starting to say, no, I'm rejecting that reality and I'm replacing it with my dreams and my hopes and my wishes. I'm starting to carve out my own little world. It doesn't mean that we have to live in a mansion. It doesn't mean that we have to drive the fanciest cars. What it means is that I start to see what I desire, what I want, what I need, and I start to take in the fact that I matter. And it brings us to this place where we start to save our money. We start to look at what we're spending on and to say, okay, I want this and I want this. I need this and I need this. I need to save. I need to be very mindful of my money and where it is being spent, but I also need to be very mindful of my prosperity, of myself, of the child that I was, the adult that I am, the wisdom that I am becoming, or the wisdom that I am. So we're taking these phases of life, which we could call the maiden, the mother, the crone, but we're incorporating them for everyone. And what we're seeing here is that we're valuing the wisdom and the prosperity that we have gained through this existence, even though at times we might think, what the heck do you mean prosperity? Everything has been chaos. Nothing has gone according to plan. And what we're going to see here is that things start to really change. And it brings us to our emotional self of we change our minds and we change our whole entire lives. We're stopping looking at everything that has gone wrong. Because if we only look at what has gone wrong, it will take up our whole entire life. It will be everything. And here we're turning around. We're seeing the Two of Cups that still stands. We're seeing the Minor Arcana Lovers card. And we're starting to connect. We're starting to connect. We're stepping out of our comfort zone. We're focusing on our dreams. We're reconnecting with our lives and ourselves. And we're starting to believe in ourselves. And if we're always looking at our failures, how can we believe in our successes? And it brings us to the Nine of Wands. It brings us to a place where, yes, the world is overwhelming and everybody comes at you with their opinion at what we should be doing. We have everybody's opinions. We have influencers' opinions. We have our family's opinions. We have our friends' opinions. We have work's opinions. We have society's opinions. We have, the hidden messages in every single commercial that we see, opinions. And we're just bombarded with what everybody else thinks we should be, or the subliminal messages of what everybody else wants us to be. And what if we're not that? What if we're not a leggy blonde? Which, seems to be ideal. But what if we're just not that? I myself am 5'3". There's nothing tall about me. So why don't we start accepting? Why don't we start accepting who we are and loving our own voice and our own words and our own selves and saying, this is me. This is who I am. This is who I need to be. And this is how I need to move forward for me, not for anybody else. And that's when we start to embrace the power of our own voice, the power of our own dreams, the power of what we want, and the passion that drives us forward. We're also starting to say, I stand, even when it would be so easy to crumble and fall. It brings us to the Ten of Cups. We're looking at happiness here. This isn't everybody else's happiness. This is our own happiness. This is the happiness that gets us through the day. This is the beauty and the intensity and the power and the brilliance of ourselves. And so here with the Ten of Cups, we're looking at, and they all live happily ever after. But that happily ever after gets to be different for each and every one of us. There are certain things that we need in our lives that maybe the person standing next to us just doesn't. There are certain dreams that we have that the person standing next to us might never have thought of dreaming. And so we get to look at our happiness for us, not for anybody else, and get to see the powerful way that it changes our existence, our souls, ourselves. And this is bringing it into the public arena. This is saying my happiness matters. I matter. My dreams, my wishes, my desires for my life, they get to come forward. And it brings us to the Six of Pentacles. It brings us to a balancing of the scales. It also brings us to prosperity and bounty, a sense of, okay, I need to balance this, but there's also a give and a take. There's also a time and a place. And so what we're going to find here is that as we're embracing the angel number 1212, we're embracing the balance of ourselves, the insight of ourselves, so that it's not like there's always one giving and always one taking. There's going to be a sense of harmony and meaningfulness during this time. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's Cernunnos. Cernunnos is a bit different than the devil. We have the devil here, and Cernunnos, of course, is representative of the devil in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. But Cernunnos is chaos, and so we have to be very mindful of the chaos that comes in. And the consequences to that chaos. We're also going to find people very attractive who have a bit of chaos to them, who are very ordered, who are very structured in one sense, but then just completely let go and have a fantastically fun time. We have to be mindful of the consequences of the letting go, of the doing anything type of attitude. We're going to be very drawn to that, but we have to be very mindful of it as well. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is visualization. This is a time when we're opening up our third eye. This is the third eye chakra, and we're visualizing what we want. And I know visualization gets a bad rap, but it's important because here's the thing. The mind does not know the difference between make-believe and reality. The mind, yes, we have certain ways in our mind of distinguishing the two, but it's why we can sit there and think, well, I thought about, washing the dishes, and I thought I put on the dishwasher, but obviously I didn't. It can be forgetfulness, but it can be that our mind actually thinks that we have done it. So here, when we're visualizing, we're opening up those neuron pathways for ourselves to say, but I did this. But I have succeeded in this area, so why am I so afraid of succeeding in this area? We're afraid because we're not looking at the whole story of the visualization. We're not looking at the whole story of what it takes to succeed in our chosen field, in the way that we need to, in the way that we want to. And so here, with the visualization, there's this real sense of I am opening up my mind to what I want and what I need. I'm seeing myself move forward in it, which is prosperous, which is determined, which is focused, and which is bountiful. And we also have to remember that 12 equals 6. Not the number, not 12, but 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 6. And so this is a time of home. This is a time of family connections. This is a time of, nurturing and building up. And so when we're visualizing, we're nurturing and building up our own dreams and what we desire. It brings us to our subconscious rooted self, which is the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. Now, if we're born on the cusp with Taurus, this comes out very profoundly, or if we have Taurus within our natal chart. But this is also very much a time of looking at what we need, what we desire, of knowing that we hold the keys to the kingdom that we want to walk into in our lives, the power, the insight, the ideas, and this is a game changer. And we're embracing a game-changing time. It moves us to our subconscious in ourself, and that's the Magician. As above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. On this day, we are embracing our own natural magic, our own elemental magic and beauty, the skills that are given to us, the things that we are building and discovering within our world, within ourselves. And it's bringing us to the Magician. It's bringing us to this place where we stand before the altar of our existence, calling in our power, calling in our prosperity, calling in what we desire. There's magic to us during this time. There's tremendous creativity, there's tremendous power, there's tremendous beauty. Utilize it, take it. It moves us to our subconscious emotional self, and that is the devil coming through again. Hierophant energy, not Hierophant, Capricorn energy is very powerful here. And so the devil comes in, and the devil is the chains that hold us back, but here it is the horned one. It is the connection with the forest, and it's the light that's being revealed as we connect, as we realize that things aren't necessarily always as they seem. And it brings us to our public arena subconscious self. And that's the King of Swords. We're cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we're going to see ourselves embracing our voice, embracing what we desire, embracing what we need. We're going to be stepping away from the chaos that has held us back for way too long. We're moving forward in focus, in insight, and in absolute determination. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of this angel number time. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries.